Yes, welcome to Cells of Consciousness, people. Your host, Jeff Austri. Today's episode is on dormant forces coming alive. Our faculties and intrinsic values. So acknowledge a few people. People like Alan Watts, Wayne Dyer, Joe Dispenza, Bruce Lipton, Greg Brandon, Eckhart Tolle. I did some research on these guys and I read the books and looked at the podcasts. It helped me tremendously, I would say. And my own thoughts, my own research, my own life experiences. So it's a compilation of these philosophers, these gurus and physicists, medical doctors, quantum doctors, mystics, whatever you want to call them. All these guys play an important role in this presentation. There's some quotes in there from a few of them. But yeah, your mental attitude, your faculties, every one of us, each and every one of us was born with that. It's your outlook. Now, they may be dormant, or they are probably dormant, and they just need to be activated somehow. So, your outlook on life, your mindset, is this world bad or is this world good? So you choose one. Which one is it? So the one you choose is your world. So these are your intuition, your memory, reasoning, imagination, perception, and willpower. Remember, we are dealing with the mind and body energies of forces. Then we have your intrinsic values, your wholeheartedness, your togetherness, your compassion, your skills, your craft, your talent, love, friendship. All of these are your assets, your self-worth, your abilities and qualities. These are special values that influence our behavior, our goals to be pursued for our own sake. All of these intrinsic values that we have, each and every one of us born with them, but they're probably dormant and may have to be reactivated or activated. And we'll get into that, how we're going to do this. I'm in this same boat. I am in the same situation. We're all in this, trying to get this. These dormant forces are kept in the dark, partially due to voices of conformity, expectations from family members, friends, rules and regulations from institutions, also programs from others that make us seek external validation. These forces will drain us and diminish our energies. So it's time for the quantum shift, as Dwyane would say. We are driven to move from ego. We need to be our own, our authentic self, where we are moving from ambition to meaning. Having an open mind, allowing the internal forces to shift to quantum. Our higher self, personal growth, sense of purpose, meaning, learning, growing, developing, using our intrinsic values. We must listen to those inner subtle clues of meaning, synchronicity. If you follow the work of Carl Jung, he refers to it as meaningful coincidences that seem related but lack a casual explanation. Let's move a little deeper into this, just a little bit. This is not a podcast by itself there. But he says lack, something that is absent or missing when it's expected to be there or to be present. Casual explanation is the process of identifying the reasons behind a relationship. So for me, meaningful synchronicity has a deeper meaning than these random coincidence, these events and situations and experiences, there must be a connection, a feeling, some sort of significance where one can resonate with the universe vibration, the frequency. It's your higher self, your higher power for guidance and insights to open the door. These are not just random coincidences. They're more than that. The point here is the universe is interconnected. Everything is related. And these random events, situation, experiences carry deeper meaning, thus may open the door to information if we give it attention and not look at it as mere coincidence. For example, you were thinking of someone who sent you a beautiful birthday gift, and they called you at that very moment. Another example is you may be thinking of a song, and then you turn on the radio, and that song is playing. I mean, there are so many examples. These are very little ones, but there are deeper ones than that. Let's just give you a gist of what synchronicity is. It's a connection of inner thought with an external event, situation, or experience. I like to think as an alignment with the universe, the flow of life unfolding what's within you, the natural flow of life. Now, I would like to say, please note, this episode is not about money, not about making money, adventure, achievement, pleasure, getting respect. No. This is not who we are. We're making the shift, as Dwyane says. He says, unless your shallow, worldly ambition exists, the door will never open. The door will open once we transform ourselves from being a piece of creation to a creator, a sort of God realization, a God consciousness, you may call it, an inner peace. Let me tell you a brief story. Some time ago, about 3 or 4 months ago, I had 5 sleepless nights, preoccupied with thoughts, too much work, no play, you know the saying. There must be a balance. Balance is needed to heal the mind and body. You have to burn that stress. You have to enjoy nature's gifts. We have to find a way to feel the breeze. You have to stop and smell the roses. Rest in the body and the mind is very important. A place for silence, for stillness, to stop running around. My mind was busy, couldn't sleep. Too much research, too much work. I just found this job. Working long hours, learning the job. And I had this podcast going at the same time. Researching, long hours, 8 hours on the job, come home. So you get burnt out. You have to stop and find time. You have to surrender to the flow of life. So I had to find an empty space, or I had to create a space rather, create a space for imagination, a deeper connection, to find a place for deeper connection with the divine source. To allow the universe to work for me. I had to stop everything. So this is how I got well. I got well by staying home in silence, meditating, relaxing, exercising, surround myself with nature. I have a small backyard garden, I did some gardening. No electronics during that time. So being at home allowed me to come back home, having a peace of mind. Life should not be a task or problem or something to fear, but rather a playground to experience peace. As Mr. Alan Watts would say, freedom and liberation and harmony. This comes about when you realize that you are one with the universe, with nature. No division, no separation. Automatically, you feel a deep relaxation, a connection, unexplainable, with nature, with the environment, when you include it. I heard a fellow man said, what if relaxing is the portal to create? Let me tell this again. He said, what if relaxing is the portal to create? A state of surrender to allow life's experiences to shine and not necessarily looking for outcomes. Stillness is home. Excuse me. Knowing the truth about yourself is another thing I like to incorporate. With time and space, we get to heal ourselves. Our cells rejuvenate every day. We get new thoughts, a new you and a new reality. It's almost like being reborn each and every day. Each day is a chance to learn, grow, and develop and help another being. Whether you grow or not, time is taken. So do something. Those who do something about it is aware and take dynamic action. Those who do not are unaware, thus leading to stagnation and procrastination. We are here to create. We are creators, believe it or not. In so doing, we experience liberation, freedom, compassion, and resilience. The question is, are we growing or declining? There is this Shaolin master, I think he's called Master Shi, Shaolin warrior is called. And he talked about thought, word, action, habit, character, destiny. I gave that an acronym, TYCD. So your thought turns into your words, and your words turns into your actions, and actions turns into habits, and habits turns into your character, and character turns into your destiny. These are very true saying, true words. Sustain deliberate dynamic action, utilizing your faculties and intrinsic values. Soon you will see a gradual expansion with the flow of life. No scattered thoughts, no external forces attacking you, but aligned and coherent. However, you are showing unnoticed, effortless, steady action where you are consistently refining your skills, your craft. Over time, you will see compounded growth effort, improving and evolving. At the same time, you are contributing to society in meaningful ways and connecting with the divine nature within you. Awareness. Awareness of self and the environment. It's very important. It's a participation in life, a connection with your environment, community, your village, your city, your country. Your energy flows where attention goes. Looking at the potential of your imagination. Using the faculties. Imagination brings your desire, your intent, your goal, your objective in life come into existence, into reality, into material, particle form. We are stepping into a new life by becoming someone new with new identity and your own identity. Our old self is left behind. You cannot create a new self with an old self. You cannot create a new reality with an old self. We must evolve, grow, develop, and transform. Accept ourselves with love and authenticity. So today I ask myself, who would I like to be today? How I view myself, others around me, and my environment. The energy I radiate, my aura, reflects the inside. My mindset, my life projection is an outward projection. Do you see success? Do you see peace? Do you see love? Or do you see hate, anger, and violence? A world of hate or a world of love? Choose one. It's important to know that all the work is being done from within and then radiate outward. The big question is, what is your relationship with those dominant forces within your intrinsic values and your faculties? These forces must change from passive to dynamic action. When you choose to rise higher, you make the impossible possible, which is an expression of the universe. It is a direct expression. Actually, it is a direct experience of your natural state. Behind every face, everyone, there is a conscious intention to evolve, to grow, to develop. This is our innate nature. So when you take dynamic action, it's a clarity of the mind. No more waiting. No more procrastination. No more hesitation. And no stagnation. You have aligned thought with dynamic action and identity. Who you would like to be. This is the story. This is my story. This is the picture. This is the picture of my life. To experience life fully, there must be no constraints, no limitations, no stagnation, and no lack. You have to be different. Think different. Talk different. Walk different. Eat different. While you build your own door and walk through it. This is alignment and coherence with dynamic action, with your chosen identity. This is where commitment and discipline come in. Have patience and trust in the process. Recognizing the weak and strong forces within you. The universe speaks in frequency and it circulates wealth. So you don't grab on to it. It flows freely. Then you have to give freely. You must align with it. Don't focus on lack, no money. Things are bad, times are rough and tough. Don't let life control you. You control life. Do not start your day with doubt, uncertainty, and speaking with weakness. Remember, thoughts carry energy. The subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what is real and unreal. Be aware of your habits, your rituals, your belief, decision, choices you make, your intention and desire. The story we tell ourselves, that is who we are, limited, scarcity, lack. You build an awareness of that inner world. So how you speak, pay attention to how you speak to yourself, how you talk to yourself. It's an awareness of self and the environment and the people around you. You're moving from passive to active action, taking dynamic action. You're being proactive in everything you do. You're having a different mindset to avoid being trapped into a survival mode rather than a creative mode. You're having a well-established mind. You're organized. Your physical body, you're exercising, doing the right things, eating well. You have emotional intelligence. You have energy control. You planted the seed. Don't get discouraged, my brothers and sisters. Now watch it grow and trust the process. Such a mindset is a direction for manifestation to occur. It's all about creating your own environment and not be a victim, but a creator. Picture in your mind a vision. Have it sink in or sink into the subconscious mind. A desire. It creates vibration, and vibration creates action, and your action creates attraction, and your attraction alters the results, and your desire manifests. This is mind and body, your soul, and all your energies working together in harmony, in coherent, aligned. We must unlock the potentials in ourselves to free ourselves, a new personality with identity. It's consciousness, the source of who we are. Our thoughts, our intentions, our desires, and actions are a consequence of consciousness. So you are eternal energy of the universe. Attraction is here. It's already been created. We have to synchronize our energies, meaning coherent and alignment. Our energies has to be in alignment and coherent to match our reality, our desire, our intention. Remember, everything is here. We have to raise our vibration, raise our frequency to see what's already there in the unseen. It's in the unseen, people. Just raising the vibration, raising the frequency. All your energies in coherent and in alignment, and you'll see the unseen. So if you're not seeing that, if you're not doing that, this is why you can't see it. That meaning you have low frequency, low vibration, annoyance, anything annoy you. You get annoyed by anything. Worry, too much worry, anxiety, sadness, coupled with moods. There should be no sadness, there should be no moods. Happiness and motivation, these are moods, up and down. Avoid those if you can. Use more discipline. Jealousy, anger, despair, guilt, hatred, fear, doubt, lack of focus, lack of resources, not discipline. Everything is lack. Poverty mindset, poor self-image. So all of these are the low frequencies and low energies, low vibration. Stay away from them. Now if you want to activate or raise those dominant forces, those energies that you have within, that we talked about, high frequency, high vibration, you're looking at unconditional love, peace, joy, hope, gratitude, contentment, indifference, apathy, wholeheartedness, togetherness, compassion, and more. The list goes on. No self-doubt, no resistance to change. We embrace change. We go with the flow of life. No attachments. Truth and presence, living in the now. Coexist with the invisible. This is unlocking the higher self. When you check in with the divine intelligence, that's what it is. Unlocking the higher self when you check in with the divine intelligence. We need a mental reset, a system reset. We must rewire the operating system. Mind is the software and the body is the hardware. Remove the stories we tell ourselves. Laziness is not in our nature. It's a misfire. Movement creates opportunity. Don't get into moods such as motivation and happiness. They're fleeting, unreliable. They have the tendency to limit you. I would go for discipline combined with dynamic action and identity. Know who you are and what you are. Discipline requires identity with dynamic action. No one is coming to save you. I repeat, no one is coming to save you. No one can give you what you want, what you can be. No one can do that for you. It's the love for yourself, the true love for the high love you have from within, which says, I know who I am. I know where I am going. I am not a drifter. I'm maintaining order within. I'm organized, I'm disciplined, I have a clear mind, positive mindset, a strong mindset. I have to rewire my thoughts. And you can look into neuroplasticity, which is what it is really, when you rewire your thoughts. Small definition of neuroplasticity: the brain's ability to reorganize and adapt its structure and function in response to new experiences and learning. We keep learning, growing, and developing. It's very important for the brain. Look into it, people. Neuroplasticity. Creating new pathways, strengthening creating new pathways, strengthening existing ones, adapt to challenges, learn new skills, and even recover from trauma. Very important. The mental reset chapter. Belief in one's goal, objective, desire, intent. Our mind, body, and energies must act in alignment and in coherence. Rise and move every day. Do the work. Are you living in line with your intrinsic values? Because your actions must align with your values. We must overcome the challenges because we are being tested to see how we are or how we rise when we face adversity and trials. We need to pay attention to the small, subtle, meaningful synchronicities in ways of symbols, patterns, dreams, ribbons, and reflections. I will say it again. We need to pay attention to the small, subtle, meaningful synchronicities in ways of symbols, patterns, dreams, ribbons, and reflections. To enter the gateway to transformation, it's all from the invisible, intelligence force, the unseen. That's why it's important to pay attention to the subtle, meaningful synchronicities. My people, there is an urgency to have to move. We have to move. There are endless possibilities to explore. It's a vast world. I look at my country. The entire world is mine to travel, to do things, to go around and meet people and do business, whatever it is. We must be aware and create our own life. We are here to create our life using our faculties and intrinsic values. We must tell the universe what we want, desire, our intent. It will respond to you within the electromagnetic field that you create, your aura, your frequency that you create, that electromagnetic field. The universe is made of possibilities, waiting for us to act, to move, movement. That's what it is, vibration. Controlling our energies is very important. No anxiety, no stress. Let the process work after planting the seed. Have faith in the process. You are bringing thought to particle, to matter, to existence. but you're living in the now, in the present, enjoying life and the people around you. When I said about balance, yes, we have goals, yes, we have intentions, yes, we have objectives and desires in the future to come into the present, but you have to live in the present. So when those future events, experiences, or whatever they are, come into the present, you're already in the present, enjoying the present. Okay? So that's why it's very important to live in the now. Because that's all we have, is the now. Although we have dreams, but that's in the future. It's just a thought in the mind, they're not reality. But one day they will be in the now. Until then, we must enjoy the present moment, which is the now. And when it comes, it will be the now. Stop leaking your energies. Stop broadcasting lack, limitation. I can't do this, I can't do that, I have no resources. Stop it. Excuse me. Your energy is what gets you into the electromagnetic field to influence the quantum field energies, forces, where you gain back your power, your attention, your life, dancing with life, not only surviving but creating your realities, creating your life stories. You are shifting and evolving to experience a free life. Growing old with purpose, with dignity, with meaning. You're hungry for life. You're the commander. You're in the command center and you're the commander. So take control and create that miracle. Create those miracles. Be receptive to small, meaningful synchronicities. Vibrate at a higher frequency. It leads to good health. It's called the quantum healing. You have the power to control your own fate. Excuse me. Within you, have space for deeper inspiration for this transformation. So your consistent effort, your priceless insights have potential to create your reality. You are connected to natural flow of life. Your energy, and you're elevating your consciousness. I say this again. You are connecting to the natural flow of life. Your energy, and you are elevating your consciousness. You are tapping into the source of life. Don't cross over with the creative juices still in you. Release them because there are other people who can use them to help their lives. Tell your story. We are listening. We are here. We need it. Each and every one of us have a story. What's your story? The universe is responding to your clarity of mind and alignment with it. Every day is progress. No matter what, believe in yourself. Don't quit now. Stay consistent. Add discipline in everything you do. Working on yourself every day. Taking small, consistent steps. Let's light up our energy. The choice is ours. We can blame external events, people, things. Unlocking the mind and body energies, your intelligence, drives dynamic action with identity, and you shine. When you get saturated with all these energies, and if you continue this pattern, you will collapse time where all possibilities exist simultaneously, meaning you are in a state of consciousness where you are assuming the desired fulfilled, the intent fulfilled, the wish fulfilled, as Dwyane would say. We are expressing what's inside, aligned with dignity. Who you are, what you are. These are sometimes hidden. They're called dormant forces. Coming alive is what you deserve. We all deserve it. Stay away from people who no longer contribute to your growth. It's necessary for your growth. Rise when you fall. Learn from the mistakes. The failures are very important. We need them to grow and learn from them. That's why you have memories to recall those mistakes we make and fix them, find solutions, and move on. You're no longer being pulled by external activities. We are rising each day with clarity. Here's a question to ask. What I really want in life? What is it? Sincerely ask yourself that question. Then listen. Quiet the noise. Find a quiet space. Be attentive to the subtle clues, the meaningful synchronicities I've been talking about. What pulls your heart? You will find it when you do that. If you have to go back to your childhood memories, as I said, use those memories, your faculties, and find out what was the curiosity I had as a child. What was I curious about? These forces need to be reactivated to discover life again. Share your passion. Share your skills, your craft. Whatever you desire will come true. Trust the process. Know that the universe is working in your favor. Stay true to your heart. The door will open effortlessly. I thank you for listening to Cells of Consciousness. Your host, Jeff Austri. See you next time. Peace.